Hey grade 7s, happy Monday. I hope you guys had a good weekend. Definitely cooled off quite a bit, but it's supposed to get warmer again. But I hope you guys had enjoyable weekends and got to do something fun or just something that you liked doing. Today we are continuing on with integers. We have done adding integers with a number line and without, and now we're going on to subtracting integers. So today it's going to be with a number line, and then Wednesday will be without, and then Friday we'll actually round off this unit with word problems to do with integers. So let's start off with our review. So I'm not going to do a positive plus a positive number because that's just basic addition, so there's no point in going over that. But we're going to do these three. So I have negative plus a negative number. So we know that when we have opposite signs right beside each other right here, that we're going left, meaning that this negative 21 is going to increase, as in the 21, the number will get bigger. However, obviously it's actually decreasing in value because you're getting further away from 0. So I have negative 21 and plus negative 7 means I'm going further left. So to do this, I can basically just do 21 plus 7. That gives me 28. However, remember, we're going this way on the number line, and our original numbers are negatives. That means I just stick a negative symbol in front of it, and that will be my final answer. All right, now we have negative 15 plus positive 22. What happens is when we have a negative number and that negative number is smaller than our positive number, as in the number itself, not the actual, because obviously a positive is always going to be a bigger value than a negative. But when, let's say, 15 is smaller than 22, we know that we're going to cross a 0 on a number line, meaning that this will become a positive number because, remember, it's plus positive 22, meaning we go this way on a number line. All right, so I have negative 15 and I'm adding 22 to it. It means I need 15 points to get to 0. So negative 15, I need 15 points to get to 0. And then whatever I have remaining is my answer. Easiest way to do that is to take 22 minus 15. 22 minus 15 is it's 7. So basically what happened is I went from negative 15, I took away 15 points from that 22 to get to the 0, and I figured out how many remaining points I was going past 0, which in this case is 7. All right. Now I have a positive number plus a negative number. So 11 plus negative 17. We know that these two symbols are opposite, meaning we are going left. So I have my positive 11, and I'm going left 17 spaces. That 17 is a bigger number than 11, meaning I'm going past that 0 on the number line, so it's going to end up in the negative range. How I can do that is I take my bigger number, 17, and I know I have to take away 11 points from that 11 to get to 0, and I'm figuring out how many points past 0 I'm going to the left. Basically, I take 17 and I minus 11 from it, and that gives me 6. And remember, we went past the 0, so it's in the negative range, so it ends up being negative 6. And there we are. So that is adding integers. Today we are going on to subtracting integers, and you are going to have a number line for today to practice it, and then Wednesday we're going to do it without a number line like we did last time. So I have 4 example problems, and we are going to do it by using the number line. First is positive 7 minus positive 9, so basically 7 minus 9. How I do this is I know that 7 is smaller than 9, so I'm going to end up in the negative range because 7 is about here. And I'm going 9 spaces left because I'm subtracting, right? Because when you subtract regular numbers, you go left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I end up right here, which is -2. So all I did is I had a smaller, if I have a smaller number I'm starting out with, and I'm subtracting a larger number for it, I know right off the bat it's going to be negative. Okay, I can't switch those numbers around because that would be incorrect, but I just know it's going to end up in the negative range. Same if I did 10 minus 15. I basically have a 10 and I'm taking away 15 points from it. So 5, 10, 15, I end up at -5. All right, so that's subtracting two positive integers. Now we have a positive minus a negative. So if we have a positive number and we are subtracting a negative, what happens is these two negative symbols right beside each other, they actually come together to form a plus. So you see how a plus is made out of two lines, and there's two lines there? What happens is, if you have minus a negative, and your first number was positive, so if this first number here was positive and I have minus a negative, it actually just becomes a plus problem, or addition problem. I'll show you what I mean. So I have 11, which is right here. I am minusing, as in I'm taking away -8 values. What that means is the number is actually going to increase in value. Because if I'm taking away negative value from it, it means that number is actually going up. And in this case, it's going up by 8 points. So I know that two negatives beside each other, two symbols, I go to the right. Kind of like the addition. So two of the same symbols, I go to the right, and I'm going to the right 8 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 11, 12, 13, 14, or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I end up at positive 19, or just 19. All right, so same rule applies. Is subtracting a negative, they're the same symbols, I go to the right. Okay, see how we went to the left for this one? Positive and a positive. These two are opposite symbols, we went left. All right, so using that rule, we have -8 minus 5. Remember that 5 is positive. These are opposite symbols, so that means we're actually going to end up going to the left with this problem. All right, so I start out at -8. Let's try a different color here. -8 is right here. And I am subtracting +5. What that means is that number is actually decreasing in value. So if I have -8 minus 5, I am going 5 spaces to the left. So I take my -8 and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I end up at -10, 11, 12, -13. All right, so same rule applies as adding integers. I had two opposite symbols. Opposite symbols means left. Now for my last problem, -6 minus -10. All right, first and foremost, those symbols are the same, meaning I'm actually going to be going right. So first of all, what I do is I plot -6 right here, -6, and then minus negative, those two minus signs come together to form a plus, meaning you're going to the right. So I take -6 and I go to the right 10 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which gives me +4 or just 4. All right, So I had a -6 and I added 10 points to that value. So it went over that 0 line and it became +4. All right, so that's all subtracting integers is. Same rule as adding them. Basically, opposite is left, the same symbols, you go right. And that's all it is to it. So today you're going to have number line questions similar to the ones that you had for the addition. So they're going to give you a number line and you basically are just counting so many spaces back and forth on the number line. Wednesday we're doing it without a number line. So then I'm going to go into a little bit more details about the rules, especially when you don't have a number line to kind of aid you with how many spaces you're counting. But that's it for today. So let me know if you have any questions whatsoever. You guys have been doing absolutely amazing so far with integers. I was really blown away with how well you guys did, even without the number line and everything. So you guys keep doing amazing work and you guys are so awesome. So I will see you on Wednesday and email me if you have any questions. And otherwise, I hope you have a good couple days.